Alrighty, everybody. What's going on, y'all? Hope everyone is doing well out there. It is good to have you guys here for some live coverage. You know, it's been a moment since we've done some coverage here on the channel, but it's good to see you guys. I hope everyone is doing well. Let's see what we got here today. We have Roby, we have Twilight, we have Mark, we have Sabish, we have Josh, we have Jill, we have Virgil, we have Sewing. Hope everyone is doing good. It is good to see you guys here. But anyway, so we do have ourselves a bit of a severe weather event that kind of popped up today. We got ourselves an enhanced risk level 3 threat for severe weather. And we do have a 10% significant tornado risk out here for a little bit of eastern Oklahoma and a little bit of northwestern Arkansas. So we're going to have to definitely be looking out there for these regions. Now, we do have numerous severe thunderstorms in effect right now. You know, a lot of these guys, mostly 60 miles an hour for the most part, as well as hail pretty much between quarter-sized and, you know, basically up to half-inch hail. Half dollar-sized hail. So basically, we are going to be looking out there for, you know, not only tornadoes today, but also, you know, damaging winds. We do have a 30% chance probability here. So we'll definitely look in there for that. In terms of hail, we do have a 15% chance here for hail between 1 and 2 inches in diameter. So a bit of a severe weather threat. Let's see. What's up, Cheryl? Good to see you. Hello from Carrollton, Texas. Good to see you, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. What's up, Sweet Jenna? Good to see you. Hi, I am new here. Or hi, I'm here. Yeah. Oh, where did I get new here? Hi, I'm here. Yeah. Good to see you, Jenna. What? Dude, my brain hasn't been braining lately. I don't know what's been going on with me. What's up, Twilight? Good to see ya. But yeah, so we are tracking a little bit of severe weather. We do have a little bit of severe thunderstorm activity here as well for northern Texas. This is just north of Dallas. Kind of north of Dallas, Fort Worth. Oh, this one actually has some pretty big hail on it. 1.75 inch in diameter, and 60 mile per hour wind gust expires in 8 minutes. Got another warning out here south of Bowie, 1.25 inch hail, 60 mile per hour wind gust. So, yeah, we're definitely going to be watching out there for, you know, potentially some tornadic activity and stuff like that. So we'll be sure to be watching this with you guys for a little bit here tonight. Let me actually hop you guys over here to models real fast, and we'll dive into models here and kind of see what the future kind of looks like here. By the way, this site that I use, this model site that I use, finally added NATOcast. So we'll definitely we'll look at that here. Watching local news sounds good, Cheryl. See, I have that effect. What effect? What, me being me losing my mind? Man, I don't understand it. Anyways, but yeah, let's hop the models here. We do have NATOcast, which we'll take a peek at here. So this is percent of tornadoes within a 25-mile radius. So this is not the official Storm Prediction Center's forecast, but NATOcast has a 5% chance for eastern Oklahoma, southwestern Missouri, and kind of northwestern Arkansas. So the actual SPC, like we mentioned, has a 10% significant risk out there for tornadoes here. Between eastern Oklahoma and like northwestern Arkansas here. So, you know, the tornado threat's actually pretty decent. I mean, it extends all the way from basically northeastern Texas down here to southern Illinois. And a little bit of western Kentucky included as well, western Tennessee. So we do have quite a few areas that's actually in the tornado risk today. We actually have a severe warning out here in Tennessee as well. Hohenwald? Is that Hohenwald? How do you say that? Ashland and Topsy, quarter hail, 60 mile an hour wind gusts on that guy. So yeah, pretty low and severe on that storm. But yeah, the worst of it, once again, y'all, it's gonna be here for like western and central Arkansas and like eastern Oklahoma. That's where the main threat is gonna be here for the most part. So we'll definitely be looking out there for that. Let's see. Actually, one thing I do want to look at is flooding. Oh, yeah. So we do have a pretty big flooding threat here today as well. You can actually see we do have a pretty big level 2 flooding threat for, you know, bits of the risk area, you know, like eastern Oklahoma, Arkansas, northeastern Texas, you know, Missouri, Kansas. You know, of course, we do have ourselves Illinois and Kentucky as well. which, we're going to have to look out for some flooding. Believe it or not, actually, we've been getting slammed here in Florida. This little guy over here by Lakeland, we got hit pretty darn hard here a little bit ago. Tons of lightning, power flickered off a couple of times. It was pretty crazy. That's why we had to delay our stream just a little bit, because we had a little bit of a storm kind of rolling through. So it was a little bit risky to go live, because knowing my luck, I would have went live and then my power would have went out. Which, I mean, it did. It did flicker off a couple of times. So, good thing I kind of waited. Chris coming in with a $10 super chat, man. Thank you so much, dude. That's greatly appreciated, Chris. You rocked, man. Thank you so much. Y'all in chat, please give Chris a big thank you for the support. That helps me out a ton. Just want to say thank you so much, Chris, for that. That is greatly appreciated. My man coming in with the continued support. Big shout out goes to you, Chris. Thank you so much, dude. Greatly appreciated. So, but like I mentioned, for the new people who's joining us here, actually, we might have cameras. Let's see if we can pull up some cameras. I think Arkansas has a pretty good network of cameras. I know some states have a good network. Some states don't. I don't remember if Arkansas was a good one. I think we do have cameras. Yes, we do. All right. Well, I'm happy to say that. Here, let me actually do something real quickly, y'all. We're gonna edit this real quickly. Let's see, display capture. Okay, I'm gonna add. Here we go. Here's our camera. I do want to zoom out a little bit though on that. don't want to make it too big. We'll put it right. Yeah, we'll put it like that. That should be good. That should be good. All right, well, there you go. So now I got a camera. So that's actually up in northwestern Arkansas here. Kind of out by Mulberry area, or just nearby, roughly. Just that general region. But yeah, so that is where the greatest concern. That storm that we're looking at here on radar, camera and radar. This one is warned for quarter hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gust here. Let's see here. What's up, Jim? Saying that would be me just joining. Well, hope you're doing good, dude. Good to have you here. Twilight says YouTube interrupting all live streams now, apparently, with Google game ads. This happened earlier when I was in another live stream. Yeah, it happens. But, it actually does. It helps us out as well, though, But, yeah, I get it. Ads do suck. I hate ads myself. But they also help fund the channel and help keep us going, Yeah, we wouldn't be able to do this without that. So, anyways, but yeah, we're definitely seeing quite a bit of clustered storms up here. Once again, north of DC. This isn't DC. Dallas here. North of Dallas, we got a bit of severe storm activity actually out there by Gainesville. This includes like Valley View, Oak Ridge. But yeah, this one's, once again, I mean, pretty big hail, 1.75. That's golf ball size. So that's golf ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts out there. That does expire in 2 minutes, but they did extend the warning to the northeast here, you can see. So for Gainesville, it expires in about 2 minutes. But we do have new warning for, like, Callisburg, Pottsboro, Whitesboro, Knollwood, some of those regions there. This is for 1.5 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here. So definitely we're gonna definitely watch out for that region as well. That's kind of on the lower end risk today. Once again, the highest risk here, of course, is the orange. This is that enhanced risk. So like I mentioned, it goes from level 1 to level 5. You got marginal, which is the lowest in severe weather threat, which is in the green here, the dark green. And then you got the slight risk, which is that level 2 threat here in the yellow. And then you got that enhanced risk, which is the level 3 threat here in the orange. And then, of course, after that, which we don't have today, which would be a moderate then high, which, like I mentioned, we do not have that today. But, definitely still a pretty decent risk here. I mean, given that enhanced risk. Also, one thing I will mention here while we're, just talking about general weather. First of all, Gabrielle, Category 4. It is a Category 4 now. It is expected to start weakening here soon, but it is going to be a bit of a concern for these islands out here. Still not sure of the name here. pretty far up there, kind of in the North Atlantic Ocean. But yeah, these islands are gonna have a bit of a problem with this system here. Like Santa Cruz, yeah, you guys can see it. I'm not good with these names. Horta. Yeah, definitely is going to be a bit of a concern, as that system is going to be going towards those islands there. But, you know, we do have not one but two other areas of possible development here. Actually, are these invest now? There ain't no way. Are they really? Hold on a gosh darn second here. Here, let me hop you guys over here to this real quickly. Did they really invest those already? They sure did. Oh shoot. Okay, here's 93L. This is that eastern storm. This guy over here. This one here. Here, let me hop you guys up here. We'll drag it up here. But yeah, we got a little bit of guidance here. This one actually could come pretty close to Bermuda. I think Bermuda should watch it. I mean, it's a little far out to be for sure. Let's see here. Intensity guidance, you know, gradual development, tropical storm. I mean, a few models definitely have it getting in the hurricane status. Okay, so that's the eastern storm here. The western storm, well, that one's 94L. Not a lot of guidance on it quite yet, but it's kind of all over the place. Right now, it looks like it's just kind of in the northern Antilles out there. But also, you know, kind of like 93L, you know, gradual development is a good possibility. So those two systems we're going to need to look out for. Yeah, models are just really all over the place here. Yeah, you can see there's a huge scatter on this one. I mean, we'll watch the East Coast, obviously. I mean, it is a little bit further west than any other storm this year, so we'll definitely be looking out there for that. But it's just, yeah, still just a little bit early to tell. You know, what's going to happen with that one storm there, because, you know, it's just still a little early talk. Also, we do have a bit of severe weather today towards the D.C. area. I just want to go ahead and mention this as well. We do have a marginal level 1 threat today for portions of Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania here. A little bit of, like, New Jersey included here as well. There is no tornado threat out here today, though, thankfully. Just a little bit of a gusty wind concern, and that's really about it. Not even a hail threat out here. So, yeah, just a little bit of gusty winds. You know, look at the radar now. We do have a little bit of storm activity across, like, portions of Pennsylvania, you know, Maryland here. Do got some flooding going on up by Lancaster. So, heads up to my folks out there. If anybody's here towards Lancaster, if you know anybody out there, give them a heads up. I am going to turn off these special weather statements. I don't really need those. They kind of clutter up the screen here a bit. But we do have a lot of flooding going on up by the main risk area, up by like Fort Smith. You know, this little cluster of storms here really is driving quite a bit of rainfall. Let's see here. Additional rainfall amounts of 1.5 to 3 inches. Rain between half an inch and 1.5 has already fallen. So quite a bit of rain out there. Here, I'll tell you what. Let's pull up the storm total precip here. See what we got going on. Yeah, we definitely do have quite a bit of rain that's been falling. Yeah, some of these regions picking up good couple of inches. Now, this is radar estimate. You know, this is of course not going to be 100% approximate, but definitely a pretty good amount of rain on some of these. I mean, once again, we do have that level 2 flooding threat out there today that we do need to look out for. So. You know, on top of the severe weather, you know, flooding is going to be a bit of an issue here overall. And all this stuff eventually, here, let's see. It is kind of working its way relatively eastward, so eventually this stuff will likely go towards like the Little Rock area here within the next several hours. Let me hop you guys over to models here real quickly. We're gonna do a little bit of a dive into the models here. I just want to kind of look with y'all and see what we're dealing with. We'll pull up the HRRR here. HRRR. We'll bring up the, let's see, precipitation. We'll do composite reflectivity. Here we go. All right. So, yeah, here's where all that's at. By the way, if y'all want to follow along in time, it's in the top right there if you guys want to look at the time here. Yep. So you can see if I mean it's going to be pretty active for still several hours. I mean this is 2 a.m. at this point. You know, a lot of the storms going through Little Rock there, but it looks like the storms kind of approach Little Rock maybe right around like 11 p.m. or so. What's up, Thunder? Good to see you, man. But yeah, definitely need to look out there. I mean, this is going to be a bit of an overnight threat too, from what it looks like here. Let me pull up lower dynamics here. Surface. Accumulated max wind gusts. Here we go. Yeah, let's see how gusty some of these could get. Now, obviously, we can't take this approximately. Yeah, I mean, we could have some pretty good gust makers. I mean, we do have that 30% wind threat today as well, so definitely need to look out for that. Let's see. What about instability? Models, thermodynamics, mixed layer cape here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got a pretty good... Wow, we got quite a bit of instability out here today from what it looks like. Good, maybe 3,000 joules per kilogram of instability. Plenty enough fuel here. Plenty enough fuel here, which is definitely good for those storms. Let's overlap our kinematics to upper air. Here we go. Let's do 500 millibar wind. Here we go. Turn off fill, and we'll just do barbs here. Here, actually, here's what we're going to do. We're going to change our barbs to a single color. So barbs, mid-level winds are going to be yellow. Okay, we'll have yellow for mid-level, and then we'll do lower level, upper air. We'll do 850 millibar. This will be in green. That we can kind of see the differences between the two. Perfect. I know it's a little tricky to see, but... What's up, Jesse? Good to see you, man. Saying, hey, Andrew, just wanted to pop in and see how we're doing. We're doing good. Just looking at models right now, just kind of seeing what's going on here. Currently, we got no tornado warnings, thankfully, which if we do, we'll switch over to that. But as of now, that we do not have any of that concern right now. Yeah, we got about 25 knot lower level jet from what it looks like. 15, 20, maybe 25 knots. You know, is enough to spew up a couple of tornadoes here. We'll, here's one more thing we're going to do. We're going to go back precipitation. Let's overlap our reflectivity on top of that, too. There we go. So now we got our shear kinematics, got our thermodynamical, you know, cape, and then we got our reflectivity here. So, yeah. Yep, so, you know, like I said, all this mess is just going to be working eastward. We'll continue to watch this here over the next little bit. Which, if we hop back to current view, you can see we do have a lot of those storms in the enhanced risk region right now. So this is where these storms are at, up by Fort Smith here. Got a handful of severe warnings, though. These guys are mostly... ranging from, yeah, pretty much quarter size to $half size out here in this area. Then, of course, we got actually some bigger storm activity up by northern Texas, just north of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Here, let's go to the latest here. Yep, so this is just kind of north of Gainesville. See, we got Callisburg, we got Whitesboro, Pottsboro, 1.5 inch hail, 60 mile per hour wind gusts out there. The west we have Bowie, Sunset, 1.25 inch hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts on that one as well. Honestly, what's kind of funny is that these guys down here are actually more severe than the storms that are up in the up in the main region today. But, you know, that could change. That could change at any moment. So that's why we're here. Jesse says we got much needed rain in Vegas last week, but as a weather nerd, we don't get much out here. So I like popping in to see what other stuff is doing where it's at. That's totally understandable, dude. Totally understandable. Yeah, I mean, out here in Florida too. I mentioned this here a little bit ago. We actually had a pretty gnarly storm. It's nothing now. I still see occasional lightning off in the distance. I have my window open. But yeah, dude, we had a heck of a storm, man. I mean, it brought a lot of rain too. Out here by Lakeland, this is where I'm at. My weather station picked up about 1.5 inches. It said so. That's about right. It's about right. Yeah, but pretty good storm, man. Tons of lightning. Definitely really windy there for a little bit too. It almost looked like a little hurricane going on out there earlier. A tropical storm. Crazy. But anyways. But yeah, so like I said, for my Little Rock folks, it's still going to be a little bit before the storms reach you, but they are coming, and they will be there. Yeah, models, yeah, kind of a little bit. Here you go. Kind of showing those storms getting coming in a little bit later, right around like 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern, roughly. So this would be 10 Central. Don't expect it to be at 10 Central because it could be a little bit before, it could be a little bit after. Got to give it a little bit of wiggle room because models, end of the day, they're not perfect, but they're good. They're good, but not perfect. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, on this event here, we definitely do have a good amount of fuel. 2,000 to 3,000 joules per kilogram of instability. Mid-level shear, you could see 500 millibars, right around 40 knots or so. Lower level wind shear, about 20 knots. We have some areas that are a little bit greater, but anyways. Jesse says, based on what's coming through the Caribbean, Florida probably has a lot about to pop off in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Yeah, we were actually just talking about that here a minute ago. About the tropics, we got 2 systems, on top of Gabrielle, which Gabrielle is a Cat 4, but is expected to start weakening pretty soon. It's going to really start encountering some wind shear, which it is now. It's getting caught up in the jet stream, which is just kind of carry that storm far to the east. Because if that jet wasn't there, the storm would just continue going north, which it's not. But yeah, that jet stream is just kind of carrying it away, which is definitely good. But yeah, on top of that, though, we do have not one, but actually 2 systems that we need to definitely look out for. Virginia. I grew up in Virginia. Prince William County, that's where I was born and raised. But anyways, yeah, so Fort Smith area here. Let's go ahead and bring up our live camera here again. Let's see if we can find another one for you guys. So we got, okay, here, let me overlay the camera again. So we got the main storms. I guess we'll grab a camera in some of these guys. This is out here by Hunt. Here we go. This is looking eastbound too. Just based on how warm the Caribbean waters is, seeing this massive rain-producing storm just pop up. Yeah, I mean, it is very warm out there. Oh yeah, yeah. The waters are super primed. I mean, we haven't really had any systems roll through the that body of water yet this year, so it's had extra time to really soak in a lot of that warmth. Which, I mean, a lot of the waters out there are good 29, 30 Celsius, which is very, very warm. Carrot says, I think once the sunlight decreases a bit, the bad convection might die out a bit and maybe allow the actual potent supercells to have more of a clear environment, maybe. I mean, yeah, I don't know about all that because, the models here, we'll hop back to the models again to show you. The models have it just kind of, I mean, right now it's just kind of a big line, but the models just have actually more scattered convection. I mean, here's the HRRR here. I mean, it's still very scattered. Doesn't really show any discrete supercells or anything like that. But it could happen. I mean, Little Rock definitely will be in the path of these storms here later on tonight. Which this shows 11 p.m. Eastern, which will be locally 10 o'clock for you guys. But I mean, we'll have to see what happens. But I mean, from what it looks like HRR wise, it's mostly just going to kind of remain the same, kind of just a bit of a line here. Actually, let me bring you guys back to radar. This is very interesting. We got a little bit of a bowing segment here. It kind of looks like this is up in kind of north central Arkansas here. Let's see, quarter hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds on this guy here. Let me bring up velocity. I'm curious on this one. Ooh, yeah. Let's see, what is this? About 4,000 feet or so? About 60 miles an hour. But you got to remember, this does not immediately assume it's going to be the same at near ground level. Because this is almost 4,000 feet up, which is pretty high. Yeah, I want to keep an eye on this storm, though. I mean, it looks pretty good. Nice little bowing segment on there. Right now, it is warned for just 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, though. Let's see. What's up, Chris? Saying what's going on, Andrew. Really enjoyed your winter outlook video, by the way. I'm in the battlefield, apparently. Hope it won't be too intense. Yeah, hopefully not, man. Well, I appreciate your kind words on my winter forecast video. Yeah, I worked hard on that video. If you guys do want to check it out, it's on our main page. If you guys want to see our winter forecast video, we went over everything basically we need to know. It's the bow echo storms that are more threatening. Yeah, they can really pack some damaging winds, Absolutely. This guy out here, we'll definitely keep an eye on it. But right now it's only for 60. So we'll see what happens. Quarter hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. Yeah, so a lot of these guys right now are just for quarter hail, 60. Let's pull up velocity again on these ones. I want to keep an eye on this guy. Yeah, I mean, radar's showing a good maybe 30, 40 mile an hour winds. About 400 feet up. I mean, that's pretty shallow. I mean, it is warned for 60. Y'all probably hear my... Whoa, dude. I don't know if y'all saw that. You probably hear my cat, though, in the background. Let's say the battleground. Oh! Oh, oh, okay. My bad. I assume that you're in the severe weather for today. So I thought you meant like battleground is like the risk area today. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's gonna be a pretty good winter this year for some. Let's see, I have to check out your forecast, Andrew. Just have a gut feeling of cold and wet winter for Cincinnati. You'll have to see. I kind of agree, though. Yeah, I think it will be pretty good out there. I mean, especially up north. I think it's gonna be cold because we talked about La Nina, neutral status, kind of where we're teeter-tottering this year, and it looks like that. Yeah, it definitely looks like we're gonna be kind of between neutral and La Nina, which both are very cold for the northern plains. So. Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good one. That I do. So, still watching Pottsboro, Whitesboro, Callisburg area. 1.5 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here. Just noticed tomorrow we got a big marginal. Look at that. Wow. Look how big that marginal is tomorrow. That goes all the way down from southern Texas all the way up to central Ohio. Sheesh. Let's see. No tornado threat tomorrow, though, as of now. We have a 5% wind threat and no hail. Just a big wind threat tomorrow. What's up, Mark? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Let's see, day 3, that extends eastward, so that goes through the mid-Atlantic, northeast, a bit of the southeast, too. Yeah, so we might need to do some more coverage tomorrow and day after. Today's Tuesday, right? Yep, so tomorrow will be Wednesday, day 2. So this is tomorrow's threat. So we'll be covering probably a little bit of the Ohio Valley, Tennessee Valley, southeast, southern plains. We'll definitely keep an eye out there for that. Interesting. Why is there a special marine warning in California? That's not special. Oh, this guy over here. Water spout possible, winds 50 knots. And a little bit of hail. Let's see. Velocity. I think that's just a little bit of... Yeah, I don't think that's much of anything. But no, I mean, it's there for a reason. I mean, we obviously got some storms out there. Anyways, but yeah, we'll definitely be doing a little bit of coverage, I think, tomorrow, too. Same thing for Thursday. I think tomorrow, Thursday, we'll hop on here for a little bit, too. But the good news is, like I said, it's a big risk, you know, for both Wednesday, Thursday as well. But, you know, in terms of size, it's big. But, like, in terms of strength, it's still pretty minimal as of right now. So we'll see. Here, let me hop you guys back over to models real quickly. Yeah, it just looks like we kind of have a little bit of a front kind of pushing through here. But that whole thing's just going to be moving eastward. Let's do NAM. Let's see what the NAM has to say here. Yeah, so basically just a big frontal push here. That could really do a lot. You know, for those tropical systems. So we'll have to watch this closely. For my area, I believe the typical late September, early October surprise, with more additional summer-like storms, pretty much used to wrap up the summer and bring fall. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, it is officially fall. I never did say happy fall to you guys. It is officially fall now. I think yesterday was the first day of fall. So, happy fall, everybody. I just realized I put out my winter forecast on the first day of fall. Which, I guess that's appropriate. Anyways, let's hop back to radar here. Also, we're gonna overlay our camera again. So we got some Arkansas cams. Okay, it looks like a lot of this is starting to kind of roll out of Fort Smith. I mean, it still looks like Fort Smith is getting a bit of activity right now, but a lot of it is moving away. What's up, Kath? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, a lot of these, like we mentioned, though, are for quarter hail. 60-mile-an-hour winds. The good news, and I will mention this, is that the storms are moving out of the 10% hatch risk that we have today. Which, let me hop back over here, y'all. Here, let me bring you guys back to models real quick. So, if we look at the HRRR model, HRRR, I'm also going to overlay the convective outlook here as well. There we go. Actually, better yet, let's do the tornado risk only. You know what? We don't need any of this. Remove the wind shear, cape, add layer, NOAA, tornado. Here we go. There we go. Let me change the orientation. Put the reflectivity on top. Perfect. Okay. So I mean, yeah, you can kind of see where we're at now. How most of the storms were in that 10% tornado risk that we have here today, and I mean, HRRR does have more storms kind of firing off for the next several hours in this region. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, looking at the current radar, I mean, we do have a little bit of storms still kind of firing up north a little bit. We have one up here east of Tulsa firing too, up by Locust Grove. So we shall see. Can you hear the thunder roaring in the background? Yeah, dude. It's pretty crazy, man. Yeah, like I said, it's gone now for the most part. It's mostly far away distant thunderstorm, but dude, that thing was over us earlier, man. What is going on outside? There is like flashing lights. Something. Here, y'all, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go look and see what this is, okay? So bear with me for 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, y'all. Turns out it was just our neighbor with a tow truck. I was like, dude, what the heck is that? Alright, we're back. Let's turn on our camera again. Alright. I don't know if you... Can y'all hear it? I don't know if you can. What's up, Ace? Good to see you, man. Cheryl says, getting a little bit dark over towards Denton. Is that Texas? Denton, Texas? I don't see anything in the immediate proximity of Denton, but northwest we do have a severe warning. Which is, yeah, believe it or not, those storms north of you, out by Denton, these are, what is it? These ones are actually the most severe out of the whole bunch. Despite them being in the lower threat today, I mean, they still are in a slight risk, but yeah, these are actually outperforming the enhanced storms as of right now. So I mean, we'll see what happens. But yeah, these guys are $50 to ping pong ball hail. But Denton's good as of right now. What's going on over here? Winter weather advised. What? Total snow accumulation of 4 to 10 inches. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Y'all, it's that time of the year. Goodness. 4 to 8 on that one. Y'all, we're gonna start seeing more of this soon. I hope you're ready for it. What's up, Devin? Good to see you, man. Hi, Andrew. How come there are a few hurricanes this year? Last year we went through all the names. Can a major Cat 3 or 4 still hit the East Coast? Or has it died down? Great reporting. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, they're just really... Oh, first of all, they actually upgraded that to a high risk now of development. Anyways, there just hasn't been as many waves, and there's been a lot of, like, wind shear and all kinds of stuff that just kind of prevented storms from really doing anything so far. Things are definitely starting to pick up in activity now. I mean, we do have two high risks of development up by the Caribbean and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of it's just been limitations like wind shear and dry air and all that stuff that's just really prevented these storms from fully kicking off. But I do think that the later season is going to be more active. I mean, we're already seeing a clear indicator that it is. Also, this Gabrielle just got downgraded to a Cat 3. Ignore my alarm. But yeah, I mean, tropics are definitely heating up a bit, and I expected that. We mentioned this a couple weeks ago that things would start really popping off here around this time to next month. I think the second half is going to be a lot more active than the first half for sure. But and you also asked, do I think a major Cat 3 or 4 could still hit the East Coast? I mean, in theory, yes, it could. I mean, we're still in hurricane season, and we still do have a while to go, believe it or not. I mean, we have the rest of this month. October's a pretty active month as well for tropical weather and everything, so I do think that it'll be pretty active. I mean, we had some pretty big hurricanes in the past in October. Last year, Milton, plenty of powerful October storms, and still got to consider that. But anyways, I appreciate the compliment. Thank you so much, dude. Is it going to weaken before it hits Conway, Arkansas? Let me pull up Conway for you. See what we got going on. You do have a tornado watch, by the way. Conway. Okay. So storms are, still a little bit northwest of you. You'll probably get those in a couple of hours. Let's see. These guys are moving, I think, southeast like 30, wouldn't it? Yep, southeast at 30 miles an hour. Okay. So, yeah, give it a little bit of time. It'll be out there and within the next probably hour or so, roughly. Just rough estimate. I mean, models do show the storms rolling through. I mean, there's a good chance it could definitely still hold some of its severe characteristics, in terms of hail, tornadoes, damaging winds, but tornado threat out there by, I believe you're in a 5%. Yeah, you're right on the edge of a 5% here. So, I mean, the odds of you getting a tornado is pretty low, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. But, still be weather aware. And, of course, if a warning gets issued, make sure that you, take action accordingly. But Cheryl says, where's all the snow at? Though, what we just looked at was up in Colorado and a little bit of southern Wyoming here. Yeah, Colorado and southern Wyoming. I don't think it's falling yet. Here. Let's see here. Precipitation. We'll do snow reflectivity. Here we go. Let me hop you guys back over here to the models. Here we go. Oh, maybe it is going on now. Huh. I mean, is there precip type? Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, looks like there's a little bit of a mix right here. Mixed. A lot of that's upper elevations here. It's all upper elevations, by the way. 4 to 10 inches, though, mountain passes. Locally, a foot or more at the highest peaks. Wow. I'm ready to forecast winter weather. I'm not ready to be in winter weather. I mean, I'm in Florida, so I doubt we'll see anything over here, but the cold I'm not looking forward to. And yes, it does get cold in Florida. Believe it or not, it does. We've had it in the 40s and 30s before. You guys are probably laughing. I know. I grew up north, so I get it. But I've even seen it in the 20s down here before. It's not very common, but it happens. Cheryl says, thanks for being here with us, especially for those about to deal with storms. Of course, Cheryl, you're very welcome. Yeah, I saw that things were, really popping off today, so I was like, yeah, we're going to go live. Definitely need to. And like I said, tomorrow I think I will as well. I think we'll go live tomorrow on the severe weather tomorrow as well. And also for Thursday. Wednesday, Thursday, we'll go live, because it's not as big of a threat risk-wise, but size-wise, it's huge risk tomorrow. From Texas to Oklahoma, or Ohio. Oh, jeez. I did not just call Ohio, Oklahoma. Man. Classic Andrew. But yeah, we got a little bit of Virginia included too. And then on Thursday, that moves eastward. Covers the East Coast here up by portions of like New England, Mid-Atlantic, bits of the Southeast here. So, absolutely. Devin says, please give a like for Andrew's hard work and keeping us informed. Like the button, please. Thank you so much, Devin. It's greatly appreciated, dude. So, by the way, y'all, these things here, these are our watches that we have in effect. So, the bottom one is a severe thunderstorm watch. Top one's a tornado watch. So, we have a tornado watch for eastern Oklahoma and northwestern Arkansas. Did y'all see that flash? Still lightning really good outside, man. Looks like we got a little bit more convection starting to fire off by Fort Smith. So, heads up to you guys. By Fort Smith. Actually, we got a warning west of Fort Smith for the most part. I don't know if y'all heard that thunder. Man. But, yeah, 1.25 inch hail, 60 mile per hour wind gusts out there. Let's see here. Let's look at precip. Next 5 days worth of precipitation. Let's see what we're looking at. Okay, so it looks like a lot of the east is going to be getting a pretty good amount of rainfall here. Looks like throughout the next 5 days, the northern plains is going to be pretty dry. Pacific Northwest pretty dry as well. Southwestern U.S. getting a bit of rain. East Coast really getting quite a bit. Mid-Atlantic, Ohio Valley. Southeast, New England. Pretty good amount of rain coming up here for you guys. Jim, you want me to look at the zip code? I got you, man. Yeah, if y'all want me to, I'll be more than happy to look at zip codes for you guys. The only time I really wouldn't do that is whenever there's like tornadoes on the ground and stuff like that. So, anyways, Jim, you are at a level 1 threat today, my friend. There's really not a lot going on around you right now. No tornado threat for you. That's north of you. Got a little 5% wind threat here and a 5% hail threat. Let's see. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, no problem. What about midnight? Well, let me bring up the models for you. Let's see. Precipitation, composite reflectivity here. Okay, so you should be over here, right? Yep, there you go. Gun barrel setting, perfect. So it looks like closest approach is going to be pretty early. This is around like 3 a.m. for you. I know it says 4, but that's Eastern time, so it'd be 3 Central. That's what I needed to hear, thank you. Yeah, no problem. Cheryl, okay, cool. Got you, my friend. Yeah, let's see what we got going on here for ya. You are in Texas as well. Got some Texas fellows over here. Okay, so you're up in Dallas area. Gotcha. So, models. Can't take this approximate for what it is, but you can get an idea based off of what we could see. Just seems like a bunch of scattered storms through the next few hours. So, there could be multiple. I mean, looking at your radar and stuff like that right now, I mean, it looks pretty clear for the most part. But we do have a little bit of convection to the west, a little bit to the north. No sleep for me. Now, honestly, You know what, Cheryl? You should be relatively fine. I mean, it's a low end threat for you. Let's see here. I mean, you're in the marginal risk here for severe weather. No tornadoes, so that's good. Just a 5% wind threat and a 5% hail threat as well. Yeah, I mean, just a little bit of gusty winds, a little bit of a hail can't be ruled out essentially. So. Anyways, y'all give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I will be just a moment. The signal there for a minute. Anyways, hope everyone's well. Wait for a minute for a break real quickly. But we're back. Alrighty, so still a lot of it's the same here for the most part. It's quarter hail, 60 mile per hour wind gusts here. Not really anything super crazy. Let's see. Ooh, this one's up to 2-inch hail now. One in southern Oklahoma by Durant. Got 2-inch hail on this one. And 60 mile per hour wind gusts here. Yeah, I don't know what happened, Twilight. Stream is, I think it's our internet from the storm that's causing it to glitch a little bit. Which, I mean, it has. It's been buffering a little bit. Hopefully we don't lose our connection here. Pull up SAT. Oh yeah, SAT's starting to look pretty good. Definitely got some pretty deep convection going on out here. Are we starting to get more convection firing? Hold up, let's... You know what? It actually looks like we're starting to get some more storms firing in that, in the enhanced risk area. So, yeah, we'll definitely be watching those there. I mean, models, they did pick up on that, continuation of maybe some more convection throughout the night and stuff. Cheryl, I'm sure she's fine. Yeah, a lot of this is eastern Oklahoma, um, and like northwestern Arkansas, but I don't think there's been any tornadoes tonight so far. Let me bring up SPC's thing real quickly. Let's see reports. Yep. So I don't think we've had any. I don't think we've had any tornadoes today so far because we have no tornado reports. We do have five wind reports though, and 4 hail reports. So pretty minimal as of right now. Kath says about Wisconsin. What about Wisconsin, Kath? You want me to look over there or something? There's not really much going on in Wisconsin, severe weather-wise or anything like that, so that's good. Let's see, hop over to East Tulsa. Yeah, it seems like things are really minimalizing quite a bit up in eastern Oklahoma. Doesn't look too bad over there. I mean, we do have a severe storm in eastern Oklahoma out by Muldrow and Rowland, but this is kind of baseline severe, right on the boundary between severe and not, but still 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, quarter hail. Cheryl, I wouldn't worry about it. I'm sure she's fine. I'm sure she's all right. Because, like I said, there's been no tornadoes. There's been none of that today so far. Oh, you're good, Kath. Do I think those 2 tropical disturbances could do a little dance together? The fact that they're pretty close to each other. I mean, models don't really pick up on it. Fujiwara. Yeah, models really don't pick up on that too much. Here, let me pull up GFS here. GFS, oh yeah, look. Well, you know what? No, the latest GFS does actually support that a little bit. That's actually really interesting. Got a little bit of Fujiwara effect going on here. Yeah, a lot of it. See, this is a kind of a tricky setup here, because we have this severe system that we're watching right now. That's going to be pushing eastward. That's going to be acting as like a steering mechanism, potentially. So, I don't know. It's hard to tell, Chris. Let's see, Euro. Yeah, Euro C doesn't really have that happening. Jeez, so Euro does have the thing picking up quite a bit. That's pretty crazy, though. Okay, we don't want to go too far into models because they get a little iffy the further you go out. Sky's very ominous early today in southwest Missouri. It seems it's moved to the south and see lots of rain and sure, lots of flooding. Yeah, I mean there is definitely quite a bit of flooding going on right now. What's up, Monster? Good to see you, man. Hello, haven't seen you in a while. Been busy with school. I get it, dude. Hopefully you're doing well. But we got a pretty good amount of flooding going on too, though. Up here in eastern Oklahoma, like western Arkansas here. A lot of flash flood warnings here. Here, let me bring up Fort Smith radar again real fast, and we'll take a peek at storm total precip. A good widespread inch or so for a lot of these areas, apparently, according to radar. We do have a few pockets, possibly a little bit greater than several inches, but, can't take that too seriously because I mean radar is a good estimate, giving you an idea of how much, but you should never use it for approximation. Ground-based systems are way better for that. Like actual mesonets and AWOS stations and stuff like that. Cheryl says 96 today, strong cold front coming in tonight. That'll set off storms. Yep, that's kind of what's really triggering this thing. Is just that big old cold front that we have. Here, let me bring up the composite reflectivity. This is just nation radar currently. Let me also turn off the convective outlook and the warnings and watches, so you can see it's just kind of a big old line of storms rolling through. So we got quite a few of them in Arkansas. Also got a few out by like Tennessee and Kentucky. Also Central Texas. Out by Abilene we got some storms firing, it looks like. Here, let's do local radar. Oh yeah, it looks like Abilene's getting a pretty good storm right now. Not severe though, so. You have family in Houston, Kath? Good news is that a lot of this stuff's going to be away from Houston area. So yeah, we're pretty good. Tomorrow though, so Kath, tomorrow they have a marginal threat for severe weather, so level 1 threat. Which, I mean, it's a pretty big risk tomorrow, in terms of size, but, in terms of, like, strength of the storms, it's not anything, like, significant as of right now, so it's good. But, yeah, I mean, we do have southern Texas, cutting through Louisiana, I mean, the entire state pretty much. Same thing for Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, the entire state's in the risk here. As you can see, Kentucky as well. Goes up into West Virginia. Yo, Mark, if you're still here, dude, I don't know if you're still listening or not, but tomorrow, I don't know if you knew this, but you do have a level 1 threat. Good news, I mean, as of right now, there is no tornado threat on tomorrow's risk at all. I mean, despite the size, it's a pretty big risk area, but there is no tornado threat as of right now. So that's definitely good. Definitely good. But we'll continue watching it. I don't think we'll see anything tornadic tomorrow. To be fair, I don't even know why they put the 10% hatch risk today. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Sounds good, Twilight. Thanks for joining. Appreciate ya. Hope you have a great night. Let's see. Yeah, you're welcome, Kath. No problem. I got you. But yeah, just be sure, guys, that if you know anybody in these areas here between today, tomorrow, and Thursday, that you just give them a heads up, because we do have a little wave of severe weather coming through. It's been fairly quiet lately. I mean, there hasn't been a whole lot of crazy severe weather or anything like that lately, but we do need you guys to keep an eye on it. I mean, you also got to remember, I mean, fall is considered quote unquote second spring, so we'll definitely be looking out for more severe weather this time of the year. I mean, things start cooling down a little bit. You start introducing a big change in thermodynamics. All the warm, all the cold overtaking the warm air, and that can cause a bit of stir up. Same thing for spring. The reason why we get a lot of severe weather is because you have a lot of cold air from the winter in place, and you start introducing a lot of warm air, which takes over. It's usually more aggressive when warmer air overtakes cooler air. It's just all in how it plays out. But yeah, I mean, second spring, quote unquote, fall, we can definitely get some severe weather. I think this winter, I honestly really think this winter we could have some storms in the south. But we'll see what happens. We shall see. Then, of course, like I said, also Thursday, guys, heads up to my folks in the Mid-Atlantic, you know, the southern side of New England, and, of course, southeast here, too. Just that big old cold front rolling through will drive that concern for a bit of severe weather. Like I said, thankfully tomorrow, tomorrow's literally just a wind threat. You know, just a little shot for some gusty winds within some storms. You know, we could see, you know, a couple of scattered wind gusts upwards of 60 miles an hour or so. I mean, just kind of a little borderline severe tomorrow. But, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll see if there's any upgrades in the forecast or anything like that. I mean, like I said, I mean, if it stays marginal, we'll see about coverage. But if it definitely gets upgraded to a slight risk, if it does, then I will definitely do coverage. But, you know, we'll see if that ends up occurring, you know. All right, let's hop back to current radar real quickly. So we do have a storm, continue to watch that grouping of storms out by Fort Smith. Definitely, wow. Fort Smith is blown up in convection here the last little bit. That's definitely interesting. I mean, models, yeah, they did suggest a bunch more convection firing off out there. So that is starting to happen. See, we got 1.5 inch hail now. Yeah, we're definitely starting to see some activity popping up in eastern Oklahoma. Here, let me bring up our camera again here. We should have some cams out near that area. Fort Smith, here we go. Yeah, Fort Smith's got some cams. Here, I'll go ahead and overlay that for you guys. Got a little bit of cameras for y'all. Well, I mean, Monster, right now there is no tropical system that's, you know, threatening the United States at all right now. Now, we do have two invests here that we are deeply watching, you know, twin systems. You know, I mean, they are pretty close. I mean, they're pretty close to the Bahamas. I mean, they're actually going over the Bahamas, that invest here. So we'll see. What's up, Maggie? Good to see you, my friend. I mean, yeah, we'll definitely be watching this, and, you know, we'll keep you guys up to date with everything, of course. You know, if we get any new updates and stuff like that, we'll definitely let you guys know. SPC again. What happened? Did SPC update or something? Here, let's take a moment, y'all. Take a quick second to hop you guys back over to the models, tropics wise. I do want to show you guys this. Like we mentioned, here's Gabrielle. Yeah, Gabrielle is actually really running into some wind shear now. Here you go. Yeah, look at it. Yeah, you can definitely see it struggling. I mean, that eye was very visible for a while, but you can see it's becoming less visible. Wow, look at the wind shear. Here, let me move this down a little bit. Look up here. See how fast that's moving, dude? That is that jet stream that's just completely shifting that storm eastward. Michael, that's in the Atlantic. This is a Gabrielle. Goodness. But yeah, no, Gabrielle is in the kind of the central North Atlantic. Just slightly northeast of Bermuda. It definitely got a lot stronger than we forecasted it to. I mean, it did reach up to Cat 4. I think it had max sustained of 140, if I'm not mistaken. That's the strongest I've seen it. I mean, it could have been a little bit stronger, but I've seen it up to 140, but it's definitely weakened quite a bit. You know, encountering a lot of that wind shear we were just talking about. Let's pick it up forward speed too. It's moving east-northeast at 21 miles an hour. EPAC, we also got a hurricane too. You can see in the top left, Narda, I think that's the name. Pressure 981, 85, west at 13. SPC's just the fact that there is never a tornado today, just yet. Yeah, hopefully it'll stay that way. I mean, given the risk, you know, that 10 sig. See, I'm starting to wonder why they did that. Here, let me hop back to these models here with you guys. See, I don't know. Let me model. Let's do wind shear. Now this is, here we go, 3 kilometer storm relative velocity. I mean, we do have some pretty high helicity here. Let's do model precipitation, composite reflectivity here. Yep, so there's all them storms here. I mean, we do got some pretty good helicity up here. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we have a really good amount of instability here. A good 2,000 to 3,000 joules per kilogram of instability. I mean, look at that hodograph. We definitely got some pretty good curvature to those hodos. No, I mean, now looking at soundings, I could kind of see why they did that. Yeah, I mean, that hodograph's pretty big. Friend lives in New Jersey. He seems to think hurricane is going to hit over there. Nah, I mean, there's currently no threat for New Jersey. I mean, obviously, if there was, we would let you know, but there's not. So, wouldn't worry about it, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said right now, I mean, despite a lot of activity popping off, there's currently no imminent danger for the United States. I mean, we definitely need to watch these systems. But, you know, currently from what we know, it does not seem to be much of a big, you know, let me rephrase that. From what we know now, there's not too much of big concern. But, you know, these things do have a really good shot at developing here. So we'll just have to see what happens here. Let me bring up spaghetti models for this one. I mean, you can just see how all over the place these spaghetti models are. You know what I'm saying? They're just everywhere, man. These guys, yeah. So that eastern storm here goes a little bit just northwest. I mean, this could go near Bermuda. That's why I really want to watch that eastern one. It's just little hard to say right now, but we'll definitely keep an eye on it. You also live in New Jersey? Nice. Never been. Closest I've been is Maryland. Actually, no, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I've been to Pennsylvania like once. Yeah, see, this system here is it's going to be going... So right now it's out by the Antilles and the Virgin Islands, which yeah, just a bunch of scattered storms and stuff. But it's going to be over land quite a bit in the near future. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, Michael, I can do some zip codes. Let's see. Roby says in northwest Arkansas, there's a river valley. In northwest Arkansas and the river valley, unfortunately, most big tornadoes spawn in the evening after the sun goes down. I mean, it really depends on, the event, though. I mean, some events, do become nocturnal, but some events are afternoon, evening storms, too. Anyways. All right, Michael, I got you, man. Let me copy your zip code, and we'll go ahead and throw it in here. Okay. Oh, you're up by Denver. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, we ain't got much going on out here. We did a little bit of rain, it looks like, nearby, but not a lot of anything here going on now. Tomorrow, we look pretty good. Day after tomorrow, Thursday, we look pretty good. Yeah, honestly, we look pretty good the next, 3 days. Let me pull up the precip. Where's it at? Multi-day, here we go. Precipitation. So this is between the next 1 to 5 days. Yeah, barely anything. Yeah, honestly, Michael, next 5 days, it doesn't look like we're really going to be seeing a whole lot. But next 5 days or so, I mean, you can see where a lot of the rain's going to be. Mostly the U.S. East Coast here. The Northern Plains is just dry for the next week. Pacific Northwest pretty dry as well. A lot of it's East Coast with this frontal system. I mean, a lot of this is between the next 1 to 3 days even, which you can see. I mean, yeah, most of it's within the next 3 days. So, I mean, it'll bring a little bit of rain to some people, but yeah, Michael, you look pretty good, dude. Doesn't look like we're going to be seeing anything precipitation-wise. We do have a hurricane in the EPAC, too. I did mention. This one is Narda. Sustained at 85, rounding. Category 1, central low down to 981 millibars. Down to 981. Yeah, I'm a little concerned for these islands out here, though. Like I said, I'm not sure the names of this grouping of islands, northeastern Atlantic. But, you guys can kind of see the names here. But yeah, these islands are going to be a bit of a concern by Horta. Santa Cruz da Flores. Probably said that wrong. But yeah, it's going to kind of rip right between those areas there. 81 on the forecast. So Cat 1 looks like it's going to go right past those islands. All right, let's hop back over here. All right, so Fort Smith, we got that warning still in effect here for west of Fort Smith in eastern Oklahoma. 1.5 inch hail, 60 mile per hour wind gusts here. Then south of Fort Smith, we got, let's see here. These guys are sub-severe in terms of hail. But the reason they're severe warned is because of the gusty winds here. 60 mile per hour wind gusts for both of these guys. These are south of Fort Smith, and then we have a lot of flash flooding going on here. We got southern Oklahoma out by Durant. Yeah, these ones are the most strong ones. Look at this. Golf ball hail to 2 inch hail on these guys. Also, 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Seems like there's a lot of lightning. Yeah, especially, whenever you get storms like this firing off, and you get big hail, within a storm, there's a lot of friction going on. And, that friction amongst ice crystals in the upper atmosphere creates a pretty good static charge, which, tends to make the storms very energetic lightning-wise. That's exactly what we're seeing here out of these guys. What's the chances of storms being severe on Thursday and for both DC and Maryland? So as of now, it's 5% chance. That's equivalent to marginal. But yeah, it'll mostly just be a wind threat, if not only a wind threat. With the frontal passage that's going to be rolling through. You know what? Let's bring back up this camera for you guys here. Those clouds look pretty decent here. Pretty gnarly. Goodness. I think I'm gonna completely overhaul my my scene here soon, guys. I'm just not a big fan of the layout right now. So probably gonna change that. Here, let's look for another cam. So that's actually out there in Fort Smith. Wow, there's a lot of scattered stuff going on up by Fort Smith right now. Oh, yeah, it was actually in this little dry spot out here. Let's go up a little bit further north. This should be pretty active over here. Pretty dark. I tell you what, I am going to be making a, there we go. Perfect. Actually, need to change this up a little bit. What's up, Binksy? Good to see you, man. Perfect. Now we got a actual camera view. Yeah, I have a question for you guys. I'm going to have you all vote for this, okay? So, in this in particular view that you see on my screen right now, should it have a radar overlay on top of it, like in the top left or something like we have for the other scene? Or should we keep it as is? Here, I'm going to do a vote so you guys can actually vote on that here. Let's see here. Why are they giving me a... No, I don't want to do an... Bruh. They're making me do a... what is it? A survey. Bro, I don't want to do a survey. Come on, bro. I just want to make a vote here. Is it that hard to ask? YouTube? Here we go. Alright, here we go. Start a poll. Should we add radar in top left? See, because I know some people just like pure camera. There we go. All right, there's a vote for you guys. Like I said, I'm gonna end up doing. I'm gonna eventually end up redoing this entire scene collection. I'll probably do it next stream that you guys see. So, this isn't gonna be permanent. This is just kind of a temporary solution for tonight. All right, let's try a different camera here, y'all. Maybe we'll go. So that was over here. Maybe we'll do one right on the river. Very bright. Seems like y'all want that radar. All right, we'll go ahead and add over the radar here for you. Let's see. Display. All right, there we go. Let's edit this a little bit here. It's gonna look a little funky for a second while I work on the scene. Now you guys can kind of see me building this. Maybe we'll do something like that, maybe? How's that look? Bring it down a little bit. My OCD gets pretty crazy. I have to have it like perfectly level. I think that's good enough. I think it's good enough, right? Yeah. Whoa. Oh, they just changed. Bro, they be zooming. Dang. I think it's automated. It's gotta be. There you go. Oh, I just noticed it changes the text too when it does that. That's pretty cool. Northbound. So we got a free cameraman here. So that's pointing northbound. So that's right on the river up in where was it? Fort Smith. So that's on the river at Fort Smith. I don't know what's the river called. Arkansas River. There's some people I know that call Arkansas Arkansas, and it drives me crazy. I don't get it. To be honest, I feel like in the next upcoming scene, I don't know if I should have my face cam on or not, because I feel like it takes up some more room that I could use for something. Does that make sense? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll add a scene or two with a face cam so I can pop in and say hi every once in a while, but I don't know. Let's see. Dang, dude, we got some real good lightning going on over there. Let's see here. Hop back over to this guy. Maybe I'll try a different camera now. We're on bottom left. Yeah, that's fair. You think it'd be better on bottom left, maybe? Ooh, look at that one. Here, let me temporarily hide that radar for a second. Look at that view. It's quite ominous out there. So got our satellite views on the right-hand side. Look at that. Maybe I could actually start using these instead of just leaving them as be. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just like do a complete overhaul. I don't know. I just not a big fan of the current setup. See. All right, so we got 2 hours left on this tornado watch, by the way. 2 hours on this one. Severe thunderstorm watch, we have 2 hours as well. So that'll expire, what, at 10, I believe? Yep, 10 p.m. Central. Okay, so that'll be, yeah, 10 Central, 11 Eastern that expires. Yep, so we still got about 2.5 hours or so on this here. What is this? Oh, I don't have Pro. Leave face cam up as well. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely do that. We got Decatur and Chico, Bridgeport's 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and 1.25-inch hail on that guy. A lot of the storms have moved into Oklahoma, those severe ones up north that were north of Denton a while ago. So a lot of those storms have moved on to the north, but we do have a few more that are definitely firing off, like kind of west of Fort Worth here, which these guys, I believe, are also going eastward. Yep. East at 30. See. Yeah, definitely seeing a lot more convection up by Fort Smith. I mean, like we mentioned, models did pick up on that. Haven't seen much tornadic activity, thankfully, though. Hopefully we'll bust today. Which, I mean, so far it hasn't been anything spectacularly crazy, but I hope it stays that way. What do I think caused our main enhanced to risk to the bus? Just too much storm clutter. I mean, yeah, I mean, that could be a big part of it. You know, too much convection, as you know, could be a big issue for, you know, single cell storms to really mature into supercells. But I don't know. I mean, it's definitely kind of interesting. We had plenty of instability, so fuel wasn't the issue. That's a good question. Probably storm mode, honestly. Just the way everything fired off. Probably had a lot to do with the just the overall scatteredness, like you said. Sometimes multicellular popcorn cells could be a big problem for like actual supercells that try to develop, which I think that's really been the issue. All right, let's change up our camera here. Maybe we'll go a little bit further. Let's see. Russellville's got some stuff going on. Here's Little Rock. Let's see, here's Russellville. Okay, we'll try Russellville camera. See what we got going on here. A little bit. I mean, here's westbound.